Good afternoon, guys. How are you? Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Chris. So I'm just going to wait for some people to get over here. And I have some tabs that I'm going to be sharing up on top in the StreamYard soon. How's everyone doing today? Bigfoot's home today. You're doing awesome. That's good. So I'm just going to try to check my chat on my phone here. All right. Hi, Becky. So I hope everyone's having a good day, and what I'm going to talk about is not anything to alarm anyone or send out any kind of fear or anything. I just want you guys to be aware of something that came to my attention this morning from a friend, subscriber, named Kit Kat. That's how she emailed me, is Kit Kat. And her and her hubby were talking and decided to send this to me. Hello, Rose Young. Hi, Navy Vet. Hi, Don Miller. So again, I'm just going to wait a little bit longer for everyone to get in here because I don't want to have to repeat myself. Hi, Sandra Moody, TH2, Chef Kicker. Is it Zani? Shawnee? Hi, Gardner Josh. Hi, Candace. Health Prepper, hello. Yeah, in Alabama, you've been seeing them like recently? All right. I'm going to start by sharing one of my screens of I have more articles, but the one that was brought to my attention by Kit Kat is the one I'm going to show first. So just give me a second. I believe it's this one from a not so great, thing, but that's where the article came from. So birds are going blind in Washington region and wildlife experts don't know why. This is in DC. In the video that I may or may not show, I'm not sure if it's appropriate, but here's a grackle. So the bird's eyes appear completely closed. When Alexandra Dimsdale found the stumbling creature on the ground outside her DC home on Saturday morning, she wasn't sure whether it was a crow or some other type of blackbird. Now, mind you, this is dated May 26th of this year, okay? So on Saturday morning, she wasn't sure if it was a crow or some other type of blackbird. All she knew for certain is it needed help. She took the video right away after she called the local animal control officials for advice. And right before she covered her hands in plastic grocery bags, scooped the bird into an empty diaper box, and took it to City Wildlife and Rehabilitation Center in Northwest DC. There she learned that the bird was a fledgling grackle and that it probably had some sort of neurological illness that left it blind. We can't do anything for it, but we can put it out of its misery, Dimsdale said to a staff member. What that staff member said next left her concerned for more than that young grackle. They had seen other birds with the same symptoms. Dimsdale had started that day stepping outside her home and ended up walking into a mystery. Wildlife experts say that An unusual number of blind birds have been found dead or dying in the Washington region lately. So now I did do a little bit of research, and this is actually dated back as far as March and April, May, and June. This is still ongoing. There are some other states that have had these issues since last year and the year before. However, they were due to E. coli issues. So yes, they've been receiving calls and announcements since May 18th about sick and injured young birds. Most of the calls have involved grackles and blue jays. Eye issues were reported in what otherwise looked like healthy juvenile birds, causing blindness and the birds to land and stay on the ground. The announcement says animal control is now seeing additional species of birds affected, but they didn't mention what species of birds are affected. So the Arlington team is working with a biologist from Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources to coordinate testing of some of the dead birds. It also asks that people who find any on their property to dispose of them promptly while taking precautions to avoid direct contact. They report ones that are discovered on public property. So I guess if you find some on public property, you're supposed to report it. We are deeply saddened by the recent issues in our beloved and treasured migratory birds population. So I'm going to skip down to this here as if, this thing what wasn't or hasn't taught us anything. It is that our existence is more closely tied to the existence of wild animals than we realize. A zoonotic virus forced us to pull away from relatives, co-workers, and friends. It caused us to lose jobs and businesses and loved ones. There is no knowing, at least not yet, whether what is grounding the young birds is contagious to humans, being caused by humans, or simply happening in a area heavily populated by humans. What is clear is that many humans are taking notice. So what's to follow is like 145 comments of different people who have found these little guys. And this is the young grackle. And I'm not sure if it's going to play. It looks like it's buffering. So I'm going, oh, here we go. This is the woman in the beginning of the article who took this bird in to get help. Okay, so after Kit Kat emailed me this morning about this, I found her email this morning. I found June 4th of this year. Wild experts say a high number of birds in the Washington, D.C. area are turning up blind, often dead or dying, but they don't know what's causing it. The Washington Post reports that the Animal Welfare League of Arlington, Virginia, released a public service announcement alerting residents about the problem. Eye issues were reported in what otherwise looked like healthy juvenile birds, causing blindness and the birds to land and stay on the ground. The announcement says animal control is now seeing additional species of birds affected. Other agencies and local, I'm not even going to try that today, local places across the region, and they state and reporting similar issues at this time. Most reports have involved common grackles and blue jays. The volume of reports and clinical signs are not suggestive of something that we have seen routinely in this area. So we may be dealing with an emerging or novel issue. And that is from Megan, and I'm not going to attempt her last name, but of the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources. And again, with, I think it's the same, yeah, it's the same video. So I'm just gonna, my chat on my screen froze, so I'm gonna have to revert to my phone. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Ginger Ninja. The Milkmaid. Hello. Prep for it. Firefly. So Bigfoot has informed me of something kind of, I'm gonna refer to it kind of neat. A long time ago, when miners used to go down to mine, they would take a bird in a cage and they would watch that bird. And if anything happened to that bird, they would know that they needed to get out. Because the bird being so small and the lungs being so small and it being so delicate, they knew if something happened to that bird, they would be alerted in time to get out. So that being said, I just found what was happening very interesting because the article said that they can't find other recent history of what's going on with the birds today. And this has been going on for a couple of weeks, maybe longer. I did find some articles dated back from March, April. It was April. And then obviously the one that came to my attention today was March 26th. And then I just read you one from June 4th, and today's the 9th. They still don't know what's going on. They think it's something neurological, but again, they're also not sure. So that being said, I wanted to know what you guys thought, if this is something that we should probably be paying attention to, being that birds being so delicate and flying around, and they're just dropping, they're blind and they're dropping from the sky, either already deceased or dying. And I really wish my screen on here didn't stop. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to keep looking back over here, but it's the way. Well, Shift Kicker, if it had anything to do with those trails, they probably would have picked up on it. Yeah, I think you're right, Susie D. It's definitely a heads up for us. I've talked in the past about some other things going on in India and UK, and now it's been said in Vietnam. However, I did get some emails saying that they debunked that. However, we were seeing this last year as well, and then it did. So I just think it's a big heads up for something, and hopefully it's nothing. And I don't know if it's something more sinister than it is, but it seems like they're on it, right?
Yeah, you remember how even the bee colonies have started to go away?
The bee colonies, yeah.
And they're even smaller. Maybe they're more vulnerable.
Yeah, so we need to pay attention to what's going on in other states, other countries with wildlife, and anything that's going on in your area. I saw a Navy vet says that cicadas are definitely deafening here. Yeah, they are loud. Is that a normal occurrence around this time? We get a couple a year, don't we? Like 2 or 3 in the yard. They are rather annoying.
Yeah, we used to get massive invasion in Ohio.
In Ohio? Something toxic when as birds are being formed. So I read something else, and I'm not going to bring it up on screen, but I can go find it and I can put it in here later. I don't remember when it was, but there was something in Arkansas that these thousands of birds, like 5 to 6,000 birds, had some kind of blunt force trauma. Some of them had swollen heads, and the rest that were not with us anymore were said to have blunt force trauma. 5 to 6,000 of them having blunt force trauma. I don't know. Was it a tornado? Did they all, thousands of them, run into some kind of window or blunt force? I mean, that's a lot of birds to be getting blunt force trauma all at once and showing up just kaput. Yeah, Firefly, the weather may have had something to do with that one, but there's no reason that they can find other than some kind of neurological issue with the birds right now. And Navy vet, I actually thought about that. Are they running into some kind of ships? I'm not sure if you guys have noticed how the ships look, but they almost look like a big bird. If you zoom up and get real close with the shape of it, they don't look round or triangular. It looks to have a head and something down here and wings. I don't know. And there has been ones from naval ships that have been 6 feet. So that's pretty big. Although we have some 6-foot birds here, but they're birds, and these aren't anything that they're seeing that is a bird. If it was a bird, they wouldn't be that interested in it. So, yeah, Rose Young, possibly. I mean, it's definitely something. I personally don't know. I'm not a doctor. Homing pigeons got a virus, messed them up neurologically, and some have died, and we had to quarantine the rest. Oof. My flags that went up with this particular case, though, is that they're not seeing anything that is happening with these birds today that has happened prior. So any kind of things that have ever happened, any studies, any tests they've done, they don't know what it is yet, which tells me it's something new. So I don't know. I'm going to share the StreamYard if I can do this here. If anyone wants to come up, make sure you have your camera on. If you don't want it up in the thing, just make sure you have it down there. And then when you want to come up, you can turn it off if you want. Hello, Brenda. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, it is very sad. I mean, we feed the birds out here. Last night, I actually took a video of a hummingbird, and it came out kind of blurry, but I got to see it. It's the first hummingbird that I've seen, although I've watched the hummingbird feeder kind of get lower and lower. But I love the birds outside. I don't care for them in the house. If I want to hear them, I'll go outside. Yeah, it is sad. And I didn't get up here to make everyone sad. I just kind of wanted to bring this out to see what you guys thought about it, because it's concerning. Wanda, it's possible it might have something to do with that. Who knows nowadays? It's humid here too, Professor Falcon, and hello. Lazarek, Lee, you have a headache, so I will stay on the couch. I'm sorry, your head hurts. Actually, Bigfoot had a headache last night. He came home from work with being really hot and overheated at work, and he had a headache last night, and he couldn't sleep much last night, so he actually stayed home today with a headache. and I'm still having back issues. It's very humid, hot in Georgia too. Hi, Alicia. If anyone wants to get up here, really, please feel free to come up and hang out. If you guys are busy, I understand. It just happens to be I've got a lot to do, but my back's preventing to do stuff. Hi, Ronald Seeley. Hi, Teresa Ellis. Hi, Lady Casca. You had a headache too? So there was also that CME that they didn't talk about much. But if you guys go and search, even YouTube, you guys will see that solar flare that let off. And it took like a whole day just to kind of do what it did, however solar flares do.
Hi, everybody.
She's vacationing where it sounds like it's very windy.
The sun finally came out. Of course,
It's so pretty.
I'm leaving tomorrow, and it's nice outside.
Zach. Thank you, Zach. Where are you vacationing?
I can't hear you. I'm going to get off. I'll chat.
Okay. Well, anyways, Lori Firefly Farm is vacationing, and it's, as you guys could hear, it's a bit windy. Thanks, Zach. You're awesome. I love the ocean too, although I haven't seen it since I was little, so I don't even remember other than it's salty. Okay. No worries, Milkmaid, if you can't. Hi, Hillbilly Homesteader. If anyone hasn't been here when I first started, we were just talking about some birdies. Hello. Oh, Ron Seeley having issues. Hi, Vocalizer.
Hi.
Hi, Crazy
Hello.
Irish. Hello.
Trying out. My dad brought me over a Chromebook.
Oh, cool. Did you guys see the beginning of the broadcast and why I got on here with the birds?
Yes, I did. Okay, there's my mic. I couldn't figure out the camera. I'm playing with everything.
I haven't been outside too much other than just to kind of go out for 5-10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, that was the first time I went outside, and I turned right back around.
I love you too, Zach. Bigfoot does too.
I went outside, and
I couldn't stay away.
Okay, see, I'm hurting. Come on in.
Bigfoot does too.
I couldn't stay away.
Okay,
see.
I just couldn't stay away, people.
Hi, Prep Fred. Hi, Kicking at Homestead.
Hey, prep for it. TH2.
Hillbilly, if you didn't get here for the beginning, we were talking about Washington, D.C. The past 2-3 weeks, they've been having birds fall from the sky, either already deceased and or dying. And they've had them tested ongoing, and so far they have not found anything that they've ever seen before. They've never seen it before. But they're thinking something neurological. But again, they don't really know. Hi, Ronald.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'll try to be nice.
I hope so. Oh, we
Everybody
lost
was
the vocalizer. He was driving, I
I
think.
think I'm getting buffered here. My picture froze.
Hey, Alicia, Lady Casca, Stephanie, Susie D, Kick at Homestead.
I'm froze up again.
You're frozen. I can see and hear you.
Leon,
looks like
trying
dirt.
to put these away.
We lost Ronald again. The milkmaid is buffering.
Are
Maybe
you
if-
using your laptop?
oh, I'm not buffering. The milkmaid's buffering.
Oh no, crazy. Are you using your laptop?
Yeah, does it look better than the phone?
Yeah, looks good.
It's, yeah,
Wider.
yeah.
You can
I
see
hopped
everything
right off
around.
the couch. I'm like, you know what? I gotta go jump on there with my lake.
Okay, everybody. Seeing now with my phone. I'm not on my phone. I can see everybody talking on the side now.
So
Yeah.
bee farming, it is particular birds. It started out in grackles. They're these cute, poofy, fat little black birds, and then they're seeing it in blue jays. But now this past week, they're seeing it in other species of birds. But
Okay,
they didn't mention any specific other birds. It
right.
just says other birds. So it's gone from grackles and blue jays to other birds.
I'll have to keep an eye on that because we are known for those little brown birds, those little pesky birds.
These are, did you see the picture? They're the cute little fat black
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Yep.
They're grackles though. And
Because we have the park right behind us
mhm.
where it's all woods. So I'll keep an eye out for that. I was watching the whole thing from the big. I probably couldn't miss like 2 minutes, but I saw all the pictures and stuff, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Annalisa, I believe that they probably do know. I'm just going to go and put my opinion of what I think. I think that they do know. And if they don't, they're close. They'd have to be by now.
Mm-hmm.
But they're testing. They're saying they don't know what it is. So it's something, what is it called? Novel? Novel, yeah. New. Good afternoon, Cashew.
Hey, Cashew.
Hi, Miguel. So yeah, just as we, hi, Wendy. Yes, I'm so sick of this. That's going on now. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I know it's something to pay attention to, and it's something for concern.
Right.
Yeah, because that's definitely not normal,
Mm-hmm.
and they're saying it's not normal. So
But they still won't tell you everything.
I don't know. It's a bird. It's a UFO.
Buy prep for it.
What?
I said bye to prep for it. She had to take off.
Oh, yeah. They're doing it on many Firefly. Yep.
So does everybody think it's something to keep an eye on?
So do you guys think that it's something to keep an eye on? Bigfoot just asked.
Yes, I would definitely.
I do.
It's, part of nature, and they are usually the ones that tell us something.
Yep.
I would.
Yep.
Don't be, like you said before, like, don't be in a full panic, but just be aware. Keep an eye on it, and if you notice more, and look up more, and
I think so.
So our base in Pearl Harbor yesterday was on lockdown, and today a base has been threatened. There was an open, I'm just going to say, violence directed towards a base in San Antonio today.
wow.
Yep.
Okay. Not good.
Have you heard from Trust today?
I have not.
No, me neither.
I think he was going to go sit with his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
How late you guys stay on last night? I left at 1:10 up here.
Um,
I was tired. I was out cold.
After I had texted you, like, I went right to bed because by then my laundry was finally done.
I
so.
didn't want to
Yeah.
leave. It was so fun. So fun.
yeah,
I hope we got him in better spirits after that.
I hope so.
Yeah, I heard.
I was out like a light as soon as I hit the pillow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't. I was up quite a bit, not out of bed, but I was up due to the fact that my back is hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to add Ron Seeley to the screen and I can't seem to push his. It's like kind of foggy. There we go. You good?
Yeah, I keep having, I keep getting kicked down. I think the sun's messing with me.
Yeah.
But I'm here now for a while.
Justin God had issues with his stream last night, and we checked the outages map, and there was like 18 different between cellular and internet completely out in his area in Texas last night.
I forgot to send you the screenshot, but after Bigfoot got done with his stream last night, I had missed it because I was fighting with people downstairs in laundry. But it said it streamed 2 days ago. I was like, it just ended like about a half an hour ago. What is? I'll send you the screenshot.
Oh, he set it up 2 days ago.
No, it's. I'll wait.
Yeah, maybe that's what that was.
Wait.
So how you doing, Ron?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been out messing with my daggone irrigation pump to water my lawn. It's brown right now, and I can't seem to get it to pump enough pressure right now. But it's getting better. You just got to find the leak from the siphon stinger all the way up to the pump. That's where it's drawing air from somewhere. I'll probably have to go and put some more fittings back on it again. I've already changed the fittings and changed some of the hose and checked hose for my stinger's not cracked or nothing, but I just can't seem to get air bubbles out of it. Drive me nuts.
Brenda, I can't say that it isn't. I'm not for certain, but from what I've read today, I'm going to say that anything that talks about that has already come to pass. So no, I'm going to say not right now. I don't think it is. However, whatever evil is settling over there, and we all know what I think I'm talking about there without mentioning any words, I wouldn't doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
Susie's asking you the same thing, what you think.
Okay, I made a mistake. It says 1 day ago.
Bigfoot just says that it's something to keep an eye on. And what do you think about the birds in DC just dropping to the ground with closed eyes, and they've done testing.
They're
They
doing
don't-
something. They're doing something.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe heavy contrails are starting to affect the birds. I mean, they'd be spraying all kinds of stuff into the air. And after a while, that stuff builds up, and then small birds, birds are smaller than us. It doesn't take much to drop them down. But that's happened around the world. It happened in Italy and France and Germany so far. And they had thousands of birds that were falling out of the sky into the streets. So, kind of hard to tell what it is. It might be a bird flu. I mean, it's hard to say what it is, but so they can analyze them and find out what the.
Right. Well, they've been doing the studies for a little while now, and the one article that Kit Kat, by the way, thank you, Kit Kat, I'm not sure who you are, on your screen name, but thank you for bringing this to our attention, and Brenda, you're welcome for going forward with the live to let everyone know. You know, I had to do a lot of digging to find the article that I did find,
Mm-hmm.
which also raises my awareness for this because I had to actually really search for that, for something more recent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be the frequencies, it could be the solar flares. I mean, I
Could be a
don't.
combination of all of it. Could
Right.
be a combination of all of it. I mean, you know, they may be taking in certain chemicals and stuff, and the frequencies and the solar flares are making it jump around in them, and they're falling out of the sky.
Yeah. Hi, the Nut House. Michael Collins. Funny, but I don't think that was it. Yeah, I was reading that, but it's not the same as that. This is something that they've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I don't know. And I tried to look around the world, you know, like different countries. And there is some stuff, but it's all like from last year and the year before and some of this year. But then that's it.
That's why I say it could be the fact that what we have over the United States in the air has caused it to happen in other places around. Nobody's really thought too much about it. I mean, we do have the 5G towers up, and those things are, you know, some of those have fences around them far enough to where you don't get burned up if you get too close to them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that could happen. It could be the fact that they're getting poisoned grain or whatever, you know, people spraying and the birds are migrating into town and then they just kind of fall out of the air because of what they're inhaling.
Oops. Yeah. They actually checked that and they did rule that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Lazar go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she had a phone call or something. She dropped her camera and then stepped down. She probably had a call.
I don't know.
Y'all ever seen the dome that happened when the walls went up? Maybe they were testing it. I've never seen the dome. Is it a movie? Like where some kind of like force field goes up or something?
Goes
And
up
then
and us. Yep.
others have mentioned in the chat that maybe it was like those UFO cloaking or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's possible. Bigfoot and I were actually watching Expedition Bigfoot last night, and
Yep.
they were talking about how Bigfoot is possibly cloaking. So, I mean, we don't know.
Yep.
Because there's always something to do with Bigfoot and orbs. And they're starting to see more and more of that. And
Yep.
I don't remember the woman's name in that series, but she saw that big, huge
Orb.
being and
Yeah.
then had some orbs above it, and then it shrunk and it went into like one big orb, which was kind of strange.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
Some people think that I'm crazy when I say, you know, Bigfoot may just be a visitor that's here and randomly running around in different places taking samples and stuff, and people just happen to walk across them. We don't know where he lives. Nobody's ever found a hiding spot for him.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. Nobody's actually found a place where it's staying and it's intelligent enough to be able to make a shelter of some sort.
Right.
It could be just coming up out of the ground and doing this thing, and then it disappears again. I mean, nobody knows.
Yeah. Some people even think
I
that
haven't seen one of them, but I've heard some stuff in the woods.
I haven't seen them either. But
I haven't seen one of them, but up here in the mountains. Are we frozen?
No, we're good. I was just listening. Did you freeze?
Oh.
You're good.
It looked like your picture froze. I haven't seen one of them or any tracks of any of them because being a hunter and a trapper, I'm pretty daggone acute to what's in the woods. But I've heard some stuff that makes me wonder what made that sound,
Yeah.
And it could just be the echoes through the trees and stuff, or around the rocks out here.
Well, I've
But
lived
they're
here.
obviously here.
I've lived here all my life, and I've never heard some of the sounds that I've been hearing just over a year now in our area. And I have not heard those before, ever in my life. And I've lived here my whole life.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, just over a year ago.
It's kind of like Donald Trump said. Soon the truth will be known and answered, shared. They may have been known about this wandering around for years in different places, and now, since more expansion, they're looking for places more secluded.
Right.
People out here where I'm at will buy the side of a mountain and put a house on it and take all the trees off of it. And they're encroaching out there big time by buying large tracts of land and clearing it. And, they got to go somewhere, just like the animals. I mean, they got coyotes in Detroit now. They're going to come in there and find something to eat because they've been encroached on.
Right.
So they're going to adapt and take care of themselves.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We've noticed more bear sightings in areas. I'm in the city, and they're in the next town over, which is basically in my backyard, And we don't see bears like this in all the surrounding towns coming out from somewhere. Animals are getting pushed out from somewhere, something.
Right.
Yeah. It's unusual. We get the coyotes and stuff like that, the deer once in a while, but like I told Lake before, my whole life living here, get out of there. I've never had a bear sight nor heard of one.
Miguel says to Bigfoot, tell your husband to stay home and stop scaring people. He did stay home today, actually, with a headache. Bigfoot did his live stream yesterday, and he has a little bit of explanation, well, a lot of explanation, in my opinion, from his stream last night, which I thought was some pretty good findings. I don't remember the woman's name, but Mel.
Dr. Ketchup.
Dr. Ketchum, like as in ketchup, but gotta catch 'em all like Pokemon. Yeah. So Dr. Ketchum, yeah, she they're finding something. They don't know what it is. They got human and then something else. So I found it interesting. But yeah, Ron's internet went again today. The internet is so glitchy, and I don't think it's gonna get better.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
I sent you the screenshot. That Bigfoot stopped about like 8:30, right? Last night? 8:30? That was taken at 8:39 right after it was done. It says streamed 1 day ago, and it was done last night. I took that picture last night.
That's from the moment you set it up.
Oh, it's from the moment you set the stream up.
Oh, okay. So it calculates from that. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, sometimes he does a week in advance, but this particular one, he wasn't sure what was going to be going on, so he waited a couple of days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I missed it. And then I was looking, I was like, wait a minute, it says streamed a day ago. It just stopped like 10 minutes ago. What happened?
Hi, Walter. Hi, Matt Chad. Hi, CDA Anon. I always forget how to say that. Kimberly. The coyotes, they kill some of the deer doing crop damage here. Yeah, we've got coyote really bad the past few years in our area, to the point where 2 of them were running right up in the backyard. Yeah. So Ron Seeley, do you have a lot of wildlife where you're at?
Yeah, I'm out here in the great state of Montana.
Oh,
I'm up here in the middle of nowhere.
That's where free handling native.
Yeah, we have
Wyoming, maybe.
I'm over here on the eastern half of it, and we have elk and bears and all kinds of small game and deer and antelope. I mean, you can't go anywhere without seeing something. Even the prairie rats out here are all over the place. But you know, I live over here by the Bighorn River, and it never freezes. It's always open year round, and
Right.
big time fishing and a lot of water life here as far as mink and raccoons and muskrats and beaver. They're all a problem.
Yeah.
They get into everything because there's so many places far and few in between. They'll group up and hit a food source in a heartbeat just because it's there. You know, they don't want to travel too far away. But you know, most of the time I'm catching raccoons out of barns and stuff.
So California and
Right
Texas.
now I don't.
Oh, right now what?
Right now I don't trap anything other than skunks.
Skunks.
Skunks are really bad around here. Yeah. And they always come to the same places every year because they follow a vapor trail that only they can smell. That was from last year, and they'll follow another vapor trail into a place to eat, and they'll make up a home and tear up the garages or get into the house underneath them. And I gotta take the box traps out there and catch them and get them out of the houses and buildings and stuff. Irrigation, actually the drainage tubes underneath driveways at the beginning of the road where it comes through at. And they'll get in there and they'll hoe up, and somebody will drive over and scare them, and then they'll spray inside there, and then they got the smell all night long. But there's animals out here. We don't have a lot of people. We got more cows than we got people here.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I think we're about 1.5 million right now.
Oh, really?
Huh?
Us living in the Adirondacks, we live at the foothills of many mountains, and it's 6 million acres of just dense mountains and forests and lakes. And I've learned since I was little to pay attention to the animals because they can alert you of danger, they can alert you of storms. I mean,
yep.
You know, and I think that you would understand that we look to our wildlife to kind of let us know before the news knows, you know?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people who do the same thing you're doing, but they're not aware of that because they're not paying attention. They weren't told to watch the wildlife and to observe what they do during certain moments of the day and stuff, like a storm moving in and the birds, they just take off and hide for cover. Around here, we'll have microbursts, or we'll have some pretty good winds. Our average wind out here when we have our windy season is about 45 to 60 miles an hour. And it can be pretty tough to do much of anything.
Yeah.
And it's dry. We only get 15 inches of rain here where I'm at. Most people get 15 inches of rain in a month.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that. We get that for the entire year if we're lucky. If it goes below 9, we're having a drought.
Yeah, we've been getting more winds than normal here. Normally, we don't get as many winds as we're getting now.
Mm-hmm.
My phone froze again. I'm trying to drop that link for you, Brenda, but my phone keeps freezing on me.
No.
Yeah. Oh, Cashew already did it? All right. Thank you, Cashew. I have it on my thing, but it just won't go. I have that brought up. It just won't.
Okay, Cashew took care of it like usual.
Yeah. Cashew's quick. Okay, so Brenda, Cashew dropped the link. Zach did a really great job on the website. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I should get my hat tomorrow. Bigfoot didn't let me know what he wanted there, if anything, yet. He's over there smiling. Now, I think it's important, getting back to topic about listening and watching our animals, our wildlife. It makes sense that it's happening as we're being hit so much, or by so
Well,
much. It is
I think we have an agent. I think we have an agency that is working to mess with our weather. So they've been known to do that, and you know, like they can direct it anywhere. And China's been getting terrible, terrible rain over there for months since last year in the springtime. And you know, I think weather manipulation has got a lot to do with what's going on here. Because right now we're dry as a bone, and we should be getting a little bit of rain right now, but we're not. It's just hot, and 10% humidity doesn't help anything.
How much percentage of humidity are you getting?
But we get 10% humidity when it's not raining.
Oh,
Nothing really rots here from rust. It's too dry. I found old cars out in the middle of nowhere in bushes that've been there for years. I'm talking, you know, 6 or 7 decades, and it's not rusted out.
Wow.
And they have trees growing through them, but they're not rusted out because there's not enough rain to go around and rust anything out. I mean, it's just so dry here.
Yeah, it's humid here today too. Last night it wasn't raining anymore, but we had 95% humidity.
Yeah.
Yep. We never got
our humidity gets
thunder and everything.
Our humidity gets blown out by the trailing wind after the storms. Yeah, it dries pretty quickly here.
Did you, Crazy Irish, did you say that you didn't get the storm last night?
No, it was like we could look out back, and it was behind us.
Okay.
But when my husband, he drives through Canton, when he came home, he had stopped at the veterinarian's right there, and he said there was some hail starting. He's like, he could watch it like coming behind him, and then as he got further away, it was like it stopped behind him. You know what I mean? But we could hear the lights did flicker. The thunder from behind was making the whole building shake. And I'm like, what is going on? I remember storms like this when I was a kid, you know.
Right.
Type things, but it didn't sound right. It sounded different, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's what my thought was. That's the first thing I said to him. I said, it doesn't look right and it doesn't sound right. Nope.
Is Lee okay?
I did text her to find out. She didn't text me back though.
And she's probably has had a phone call.
Probably.
I just wanted to make sure, because I'm kind of keeping track on who's losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna take a phone call, but All
right. For anyone that wasn't here, I'm gonna try to share my screen again with the email that I got of one post, and then I'll go to another post. But
he's buffering again.
Yeah, he is. He lives in the mountains, so he'll pop right up. See, he's already there.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, I got dropped. I lost my 4G there, and then it came back on right after it popped off.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you got back up here before I shared my screen again. I wanted to share my screen again for anyone that didn't see this earlier.
I got to kind of move this around a little bit to get the signal.
So this is what I was talking about in the beginning, that the birds are going blind in the Washington region. It's Washington, D.C., and the wild experts don't know why. This particular one was May 26th, but I found one that I'll show in a second that was dated back from June 4th this year. So they're finding these birds, they're grackles. They thought it was like a crow or another type of blackbird, but it's a grackle. And it's also happening in blue jays. And now, as of recent, this past week, they're finding other birds as well with a zoonotic virus. And they don't know what it is, other than they think it may have something to do with something neurological, being that these birds are blind. So, but some have been received from Maryland as far as well as when I didn't see this at the end. So there has been some reports in Arlington and Maryland as well, and Winchester, Virginia. I didn't see that part earlier. And this is the little guy here. I'm sorry, it's buffering. This woman called the wildlife place where the bird was brought, and they said that they would put it down, which is so sad. But these birds are falling from the sky, either like this, or they're already passed away. It's very, very sad. I got rid of your other one. I kicked it. I kicked one of you, and I got to keep the other one.
Yeah, that was the one that froze up. I got kicked off again. We must be over a target.
Oh, well, so in other cases, what people have been seeing is that with other, like sometimes birds will carry salmonella and people can catch it. So what they tell you to do is don't put out your bird feeder, or don't put anything in it. Don't use it. Don't touch it. That's the only advice I have for right now. I mean, I think that's pretty sound advice, right? Maybe just not put your bird feeders up until we find out what's going on.
Yeah, but if you're in those areas, you also have to look at the fact that people spray their yards this time of the year, and some of that stuff, they put bug killer on it, and the birds will eat a ton of bugs or worms is dipped in all this stuff that was sprayed on the yards, and that's a neurological poison.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
I've had a few dead birds in my yard over the years, and it's because people were spraying their yards. I don't spray my yard. I don't use any chemicals on my yard, but other people do. The guy comes running through here all summer, spraying yards, and there'll be dead birds laying down on the ground at night. And I know it's from, most likely they're eating bugs out of the yards, and they're just kicking over from the poison.
Yep. I did read that, Jim. about the birds with the cell phone towers, and yeah.
Yeah, they're getting toasted at cell phone towers. They want to land on them, and when they do, they get near it, and it takes them right out of the air.
Yeah. Yeah, so being that they don't know, we don't know, I just wanted everyone to be aware of it and just kind of watch your wildlife, watch your news locally and outward, anywhere close to any other states close to you. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for sharing Bigfoot's email, Kathleen.
Something people can do if they find a dead bird in their yard and they want to get it out of the yard is take a bag, one of the store bags, you know, a grocery bag, a plastic bag. Stick your hand inside of it, reach down, grab the bird, and then pull the bag over the side or over the bird itself, and then tie it in a knot. And then you can call up the people and say, "Hey, here's your bird." You know, and they can take and do what they want, or they'll probably tell you to throw it in the trash. It's hard to say, depending on where you're at. But if people want to touch them, don't touch the bird. Just put your hand inside of a trash or inside of a grocery bag. Pick up the bird, and then pull the bag sides off of your hand and over the bird, and it'll be just right for you to touch and not have to worry about getting contact with it. A lot of places probably won't even bother to come out and get them.
Right. Hi, Chuck. How are you? Jason loves your beard, Ron. There was some lady, what's going on? Who won't leave you alone? I was reading something in chat. I don't know if she's getting phone calls. She says that you were duplicating. Did you hear about anything that's happening over in San Antonio today with that lockdown of that base? Ron?
Oh, you're talking about me?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything about anything down in San Antonio.
No, yesterday it was Pearl Harbor, and today it looks like there was I forgot the name of the base, but it's in San Antonio, and something happened where the chaos, and I'm not going to mention outwardly what it was, but the people who were doing, I guess, shots was towards the base. So they locked it down. Yeah.
That's probably down by Fort Sam. That's right there inside San Antonio, and then you got a bunch of Air Force bases around it.
Okay. Yeah,
There's
maybe
6 or 7 Air Force bases and an Army post there.
Oh, Lady Casca, just block the numbers. I haven't received any of those phone calls asking me or telling me.
Text messages and all types of stuff.
Anything I get to do with any of that, I also delete it and block it. So maybe I started deleting and blocking so soon that they're trying to reach me and can't.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me see.
So I'm going to end this. I'm going to go make the family some din.
Yep.
Or maybe we'll try to make it together, being that we're both broken today. How's your head now?
It's still ugly.
Your head is not ugly.
Yeah. And that I'm reading the private chat. It's been like 3 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about 6-7 weeks for them. They're both in the Navy, and she's in the Red Sea now, I think. I don't know. They don't really tell us much. She flies drones for the Navy. That's all we're told.
Right.
But her and her hubby, which is my foster brother, they have 2 kids, and they had it over the winter.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that seemed to have lingered with both of them. But then my sister-in-law, she hung on, like she didn't get her sense of smell and taste back for
Yeah. Her boyfriend has it back, but not her yet. And she's trying like ginger tea right now because
Yeah.
that's what helped him. I said, yeah, just be careful. Everybody's different. So, your palate's a little bit different. If you can tolerate stronger things, you might need something a lot more stronger. So,
You're welcome, Sandra Moody. Again, this came from Kit Kat. She gave me an email giving me a heads up with this.
mhm.
And then I went and I researched it throughout the morning and afternoon before I did a live. Because, I mean, I knew what she was giving me was real. I just wanted something more to come to you guys with, something more recent. And I come up with a one from June 4th. So I guess when they find out more, if you guys find out anything, let me know.
Absolutely, because my stepdaughter was like, "What are you guys
Okay.
talking about?" I told her, and she's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna watch out for that." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
What's up, Ron?
Disagreeing with you. If I find any more, I'll let you know
No, you're not gonna.
on these birds and stuff. Huh?
You said you were agreeing with me to let me know, or you're not gonna let me know?
No, I was agreeing with you, and I'll
Oh,
let you know if I find anything.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
keep an eye out and see what's going on.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's got their own searches, and I can probably find something that you're not searching on as far as the birds are going, and
Yep.
give you
Right.
some more information that you're not finding.
Speaking of that, Ron has a good point. I don't know if any of you remember this, or maybe if you remember, maybe haven't heard of it. I don't know, but like we're in upstate New York, and you're in, your state and your state, and everyone in the chats in their state. So apparently, they've done a study where, depending on who we are, who we follow, what we look up,
mm-hmm.
depends on what kind of data we get when we look things up in our search engines.
Yep,
So we all will get different news.
different things geologically wise, yeah,
I don't really
I'm not-
care for that. So it's a good thing that we've all come together to share.
exactly,
Yeah, but not only that, you might find something that they're not telling you in your region.
Oh,
Right.
100%, yeah,
That's something that a lot of them do because of the fact that they're all being manipulated. They just say, "Don't tell them this." I mean, I've sent stuff off to labs, and they say, "Well, this is what we found," and that's it. And they never give you the entire information because they don't want it to get out.
Mhm.
Right.
And sometimes it gets leaked out to somebody there, and next thing you know, it's out in the open.
Yeah.
You just have to keep your eyes open.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to always use the private browsers, but I had a hard time finding updated information on that.
Mhm.
So hopefully you guys will have better luck and keep everybody informed, talk in the chats with each other, and,
Yep.
you're not obligated to let me know, but I would be curious to what y'all find. Especially, like, I think too, like, if it's happening in your area, you might know, or vice versa. Sometimes what's coming or what's happening, they don't tell you right here or right there,
Right.
but they'll be
Yeah.
talking about it in another country or another state. And it's like, well, wait a minute, don't I have the right to know?
Mhm.
So it was
The
a
government thinks that we don't have the right to make our own decisions.
Mm.
They say,
Yeah.
"You're too stupid to understand, so we're going to make a decision for you."
Yeah.
Like, who made them? Who made them God?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys have an amazing night, and I will catch you on here later, I'm sure. after I get dinner made and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah. Who else is going live tonight besides 101?
I don't know. And Lee never texted me back because I said, "Where'd you go? You okay?"
I know, right? I wonder. Well, she's on the other side of Mass, right?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing was going on for weather-wise today. I don't have the local news on, but
I hope that she's okay. And you said that she didn't answer.
no, she didn't answer me back yet.
Do you
So
have any outages in your area?
not that I've
Like
seen.
what happened with Texas last night? All of a sudden, just bam.
Bang, right? No, I don't. I usually, because I have that on my alerts. The only thing I've gotten alerted for is
But it wasn't all of Texas. That's why I was curious if it was something similar.
no. I don't have anything.
Yeah, I have Safari is mostly what I do use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't see any other power outages or anything else. So
See you later, Walter. All right. Oh, I guess Ohio says Mark B will be on and Prep for It is on 8 Eastern. Thank you, Ohio. Thank you, Sandra.
yes, thank you.
All right. Well, Chuck's gonna get back to mowing, I guess. And Angela says that her internet's been acting up.
My internet's been fine. Hers has been fine too, because the three of me, her, and Susanna were doing like a on a live stream, but a private one to try to cook the foods. You know, we were going to try to do that.
Yep.
No, that's not happening. But the whole time we've been fine. We didn't glitch or anything, so none of us did. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It just probably it depends on where you are.
Yep.
No.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's all jacked up is what I'm gonna call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically, it is.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming up here on Panel Share. But I'm gonna go make something to eat. I don't know what yet. Maybe cheeseburgers. Who knows?
That sounds like a thing.
All right.
Yep.
Everyone, stay safe.
Yes, you too. Thank you for the info too. That's why I
Take
helped.
care.
Yeah. Thank you for coming up here and
Tell
Ron.
you,
Being that you live where you live and I know
Tell
where
you-
we live, watch those animals.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
tell your hubby not
Bye.
to cut his foot off with the lawnmower.
My hubby. Oh, guess
Yeah,
what?
you're Miss
He doesn't.
Bigfoot.
He doesn't mow the
Bigfoot to
lawn.
keep his Bigfoot out from underneath the lawnmower. Huh?
He doesn't mow the lawn
Didn't hear
either.
ya.
For
Oh.
real. Yeah, but it's my choice. I love doing it. I love it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's reading. He's always got his face in a book. All right. God bless, guys. Have a good night. I will see you
All right.
soon.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Later.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.